morning, Sunday morning, it's the Sabbath. It's the day of rest. It's the Seleucian. I haven't made a cup of tea. I've only just realised. I didn't think I had any milk. And then I remembered that I went shopping last night. Why did you go shopping? Oh, far too much breast. Why did you go shopping, Mr. Dangerfield? Well, why don't I show you a little photograph? Let me show you what I done last night. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. Baked a cake. Baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. A big slab of red sponge. I'm just going to go and put the pan on. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. Baked a cake, it was bland as fuck. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. A massive, great big 2 kilo wedge of red sponge. Give me 1 minute. Sunday morning. Who doesn't love that Velvet Underground song with Nico? Sunday morning. Yeah, I don't know any more of the words either. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. Baked a cake. Yeah, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. 2 kilo stodgy red lump of big mud. It was, I'm lying, by the way. I don't know why I'm playing myself down. It's not my natural position in life. It was an incredible cake. I did forget to get... Oh, look at Dennis sorting it right out. Sunday morning. Hang on, come on, where's his next one? Oh, come on, Dennis, where is it? Sunday morning. Hang on, you can't... Dennis, you skipped about 5 messages. I thought you were going to fill in the middle. Oh, it's just a restless feeling by my side. Watch out, the world's around you. Come on, Dennis. God, always tight with his elbows, that boy. Anyway, here we go. There's always someone around that you can call. Nothing at all. And stop. Let's just calm it down a bit. I've just put the pan on. Good morning, Urba Derba. I've just put the pan on. He's done. Look, he's had enough already. It's a weird one. I love the Velvet Underground. You've got to. You can't have dare I say flirted with the White Tiger. you can't have flirted with the White Tiger and not have a little bit of velvet vinyl in your collection, so to speak. But Nico's a weird one. She's sort of like a fake transsexual, isn't she? French philosopher Jean Baudrillard described Nico as exactly that, which is who I stole the idea from. Trying to palm it off as my own has been, in many ways, the story of my life. Well, the story of other people's lives as well, if you see what I'm saying. Don't know about this slight side angle. It was all right when I was a young man, but that wrinkle there is aging me about a century and a half. What was I rabbiting about then? Yeah, Baudrillard said that Nico was a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman. In many ways, it's his own simulation theory. It's the old. I watched a documentary this morning about Dave Courtney. I know a lot of people don't like Dave Courtney. You bring him up, and men go, oh, he's a wanker, he's an arsehole. And I met Dave Courtney on a couple of occasions, and for a couple of years we used to call each other quite regularly. And he was great. I think he's hilarious. The thing is, when most people see him, you see him in an interview on the television, and that's not his natural environment. He's nervous, he's scared, he can't act how he normally acts. He's having to largely put on a performance, and no one's very good in those situations. You might remember yours truly on Channel 4. Not at the best, was it? But when he's relaxed and he's in a boozer surrounded by his friends, absolute gold. Absolute, some of the best company you could ask for. And you talk about storytelling, good Lord. You can't stop him. You cannot stop the man. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Pang, 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 pang. They just keep coming. Pang, pang, 2021. Write it. Say the words. Pang, pang, 2021. Let's go. Hashtag it. Make it up and make it famous. Yeah. Bang, pang, pang. Pang, pang, 21. What? Say it right. Say it polite. Say it now. Say it tonight. I'm not appreciating the state of my plants out on the tropical veranda. The monkeys have certainly been helping themselves to a little bit of flora. If I knew you were coming out of baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming out of baked a cake. A big soggy slab of red rankness. Anyone finding me dipping that in there a little bit sensual? Just me. Okay. Right, we can start now. Lovely to see you all. I do hope Moslab hasn't left just because I decided to start the show with a little bit of Velvet Underground. There's something wrong with that. Too much breast. There's something wrong with it. I'll tell you what, once I was walking down the road and, oh no, there he is. There's me old mucker. I was walking down the road. I was in a car with a mate. And the mate I was with is my oldest friend, not oldest friend. This is going to be a chill stream, people. This is just going to be a little chat. Come on, it's Sunday morning. I worked all day yesterday. That was why you had no bonus stream. I was working all night. I'm doing a video marketing project, and that stuff takes time. It's lengthy. You know, you think about making video content, but it's not only making content. It's got to appeal to a certain marketing strategy. Crawled into bed about 7 o'clock this morning. Did you leave your cake out in the rain? Moslab left his cake out in the rain, and I don't think I can make it, 'cause I don't think I can bake it. Who is that? It's a weird name. That name of that band's weird, isn't it? Someone left the cake out in the rain. Come on, someone call it. Someone here knows who. Hello, Margin Walker. Hello, Packer. Someone knows. I can remember. I'll remember it in a minute. The rumor was it was Paul McCartney, but I think that's just an urban myth. Someone left the cake out in the rain. It's a lovely song, really. Now, you know, I'll tell you what, in Thailand, there's about 30. Yeah, that's absolutely a song. Yeah, that's it. There you go, MacArthur Park. It's MacArthur Park. Good call, Liam. No Illuminatus, it's not Masata Park. Close, but no cigar. He corrected himself. But it took so long to bake it that I don't think I can make that cake again. I know I'm improvising a little bit. Rebecca was shocked to find out it was this morning already. You'll be all right, love. Oh my God, people are saying it was Richard Harris. I sold weed to Richard Harris. Very drunk man. Every time I met him, he used to drink down in Jerry's bar. So it wasn't hard to meet him because so did I. Shit-faced. Always drunk, but shit-faced. Like sitting at the bar going, well, this is the question I was asking you. You minutes ago, mere moments ago, you were threatening to leave this godforsaken stream simply because I was singing a song. And then it was only seconds later you started posting the lyrics to "Someone Left the Cake Out in the Rain." Awestruck Chemicals reckons that cake is layered. Who invented cake? Me and God between us. Right, Twitch is sorted. Grift on. Don't forget, people, if you've got Amazon Prime, go and subscribe to me on Twitch, and Jeff Bezos will give me £3. All right. Right, here we go. They're going to say, you need to send you a code because it's unusual. Hello, Rags. Rags. I think you're right, Powerbite. I think it happens to a lot of people. They perform in their early years, and they get a bit of a largely media-driven personality or character, and then in their older years they kind of play that character. I think you're right. I think the same happened to Bukowski. Okay, the only other song I knew with cake in it. Well, if that isn't a laying down of a I can't think what I'm trying to say. Hang on, let me just think. If you haven't just given us I can't think anymore. I used to know words and names and places and the things I was thinking. I could transfer them into words. A quest, a mission. Songs with cake in them. Antimony Cup has already come in with Cake and Sodomy by Marilyn Manson. Well, there's another song with cake. Someone left the gypsy tart out in the rain. Any more cake songs? We're not cake jamming. There's a subtle difference. We're cake song jamming. No. Slight changes in words. You're getting it so wrong. You can't say cake on me. You can't. It's got to actually have cake in it. It's got to have cake in it. Son of Me has scored with Patter Cake. I don't know what's going on now. This has gone so awful, so awful, so quickly. Right, hang on, people. Let me get the grift on. Let me get the Sunday grift on. I first met Dave Courtney. I've showed it on this channel. We were recording a World Cup song. Remember, I showed you it with Chaz Smash from Madness, Carl Hyde Smith or Smythe. And he hired out this open-top double-decker bus, and we drove around some of the more famous sites in London. And near famous, near successful boxer Gary Mason was in the bus with me and Dave Courtney and a few other people. And I was put next to Courtenay. I was sitting next to Mr. Courtenay. And I was like, "You right, son?" And he was like, "You mustn't grumble." And I went, "What you been up to, geezer?" He went, "You know, a bit of this, bit of that." And then he went, "You got any powder on you?" Now, when he said, "Have you got any powder on you?" I 100% assumed he meant cocaine. And so, rather embarrassed, I went to him. I went, and I remember thinking, should I go there? Should I? Shall I admit that I've got a quarter of sulfate in my sock? It just felt really, you know, really rotten. And I went, I've got a bit of sulfate on me. He went, oh, fucking lovely. That's exactly what I wanted. Go on, get it out. Got out the old powder. We both pair of us had gone for it. I couldn't stop him talking for the next 14 hours. Amazing stories, though. I mean, what a treat, you know, fill the mad dog up with whiskey and let his stories loose. The whiskey was speed, though. Right, people. There's a slight vibrato that I don't appreciate going on there. Let's try again. Maybe it's just my speakers dying like the rest of my life. Okay, people. All right, there. You can support this channel using. I don't know why that makes me laugh every time. All right, there. Hello, Tony. Hello, Deadbeat Chess. What Tyler, Colin Powell, James Hayworth. You can support this channel using the super chat function, which is the $ just down there. Alternatively, and preferably, to be honest with you, you can use Entropy. I've just put that link in the description. And there you go. Mousecat reckons Van Halen done a cake-based song. Yeah, a couple of people have said it. I'm not feeling songs just putting cake in. It's low, it's unsophisticated. But I want actual songs that mention the cake, not names of cakes. The word cake. I think there was a band called Cake, wasn't there? Tell me again about that gig you went to 15 years ago. I really care. He was great company, to be honest with you. He was gigs. You're right, Mr. Chemicals. Gigs are dull as fuck stories. But the worst thing for someone to talk to you about is their dreams. That's the worst. Unless it, you know, it's almost impossible for a dream to be worth listening to, because Cake by the Ocean is a real song, is it? Brilliant. Dreams, not only are they fiction, which I'm not a great reader of a lot of fiction. I kind of am, but you know, it's kind of fiction that's based on the author's life. But they also didn't write it. It's like unconscious fiction. I mean, does it get any more void of artistic sort of integrity? No decisions have been made. There's not, you know, if you're talking about free will, there's none there. It's an accidental, unconscious fiction. Why am I going to listen to that? Oh, guess what? Last night I had this right awful dream. And you're like, I just like, just closed. I've just closed shop. And then they're like, and there was these fish, right? But instead of having scales on them, they were like, it was like they had fur on them, right? These like furry fish. And then they say things like this example I'm about to give you, as if you're going to stay following it. And then they go, but then the fish kind of disappeared and there was a mountain, but it was like it smelt of opal fruits. Do you know what I mean? And you're just like, yeah. If people start telling you their dreams, you can just say no. Just have respect them enough to say, no, you've got to stop talking at the moment until you've got a different subject matter that can actually involve at least a bit of me and a bit of reality. I'm closing shop. Frank Frankenstein has become a member. We've got to do the January stream soon as well. Thinking of that. Nice one, Frank Frankenstein, you motherfucker. Absolute pleasure to have you. So someone is saying there is a someone said Jess will be wearing a sub Ronnie jumper. Nice, superb. Celebrities I've met stories can be excellent. Of course they can, because if the celebrity does something funny or interesting, that's interesting because you have an awareness of the celebrity. But just saying I met them is no good. That doesn't count. Someone else had an actual cake story. Is this a few people have said this one? A few people have said "Cake by the Ocean." Is that a song, a real song? I listen, people. I'm out of line with what's going on in the news, especially in America. Like I said, I was working all night. Any developments in America? Anything happening in America? What are we on now? Day T minus 3 days. Over on the old darknet, they reckon that this is they reckon it's happening. They honestly, that's all they're talking about. Jess says yes, it is a real song, but it's a bit rubbish. Nothing new over there. No, okay, cool. Okay, that it is that. Windy even knows the name of the what? Surely that should be DNCEWE. I can't believe you missed that trick. Oh, even everything I said, Dennis still comes in with that. Come on, Dennis, you can do better than that. Well, at least I bloody hope you bloody can. Oh my gosh, an actual donation on a Sunday morning to Bond. Here we go. Grifter by name, grifter by nature. MC naughty by nature. Thank you, Chris. So what? Nothing's happened. Well, all I've got to report on America is like I just said. I mean, I did have a look at. I think I put it on my Telegram. I did see all the personnel tunnels that they put up, and they've actually dug holes in the roads all around Washington DC so that they flip up to stop vehicles getting in. And you know, people are saying because they need to, because they're dealing in opium and copium. They're saying this isn't to protect the most popular president ever. This is to pave the way for. It's not happening, is it? There's a little bit of me going, oh. No, I did a long time ago. But come on, no one's giving it up 100% because A, that would be stupid. But it's 99%, 0.9%. What? Now I've got to do a double bubble. I tell you what, though, Biden. Listen to this. Have a listen to these numbers. Hang on. Let me just find it over on my Telegram. This will crack you up. I'll even show you. Don't worry, Chrissy. Thank you for that donation. And Margin, I'm on that. I'll be showing those in a moment. Oh, what am I doing? I did say this will be a chill stream. I haven't prepared anything, and if you think I don't usually prepare anything, that's not true. Oh, it gets better than that, Zen. Check this out. When he was live streaming, let me just find it and I'll show you it because I screen grabbed it. Hang on. Let me show you this. Right, listen to this. The most popular president ever done a live stream of he was announcing the members of his science team. Now, if you can imagine Trump were to do that as soon as he got in power, right? It would be incredible, wouldn't it? Now listen, hello Nicholas. I'm not the president-elect. I'm just a bloke who streams twice a day, every day on my own. And I can still. I had 350 last night. 1,400. And listen, that wasn't grabbed early doors. That's not just me getting in early. That stream had been going for 30 minutes. 1,400 people. Yeah, her face is incredible, isn't it, Moslab? Well, people will remember. A lot of people here will remember because we looked at it when it happened. In the run-up to the election, 16 people went to one of his live streams. 16 people went to one of his live streams. This is going to be a really interesting and largely humorous year. Yes, Frank, I think that's what it's going to be like. You know, because I did promise a chill stream, but inevitably we're going to start talking about things that matter because we can't drag out cakes for an hour and a half. Well, we have done before, obviously, but unimpressive. Hello, Hazy 510 5150 Daisy. You look like a very beautiful lady there in your holiday shop. What was my next bit? I was going to say, hello, Mr. Camley. Morning. My brother, a 20-year proper smackhead, 44-year-old, has come clean. Right, hang on, Sir Camley. Do you mean he's got clean? Or do you mean has he come clean and said, I've been smoking heroin all my life? Or has he now stopped using heroin? It's one of those two. But I'm not too sure what one. So can you confirm either way? Powerbite says you guys are all too complacent. Imagine being him. What's it going to be? He got clean. Lovely. I bet you can't believe it, can you? I bet you can't believe it. You know, look, I'm not gonna applaud him. You know, that's 20 years of being an absolute bastard. But how lovely, really, if we live in the present, which is, I think a 2044 in the chat in honor of Mr. Camley and his brother and his family is a lovely thing to do. Let's do it. 20 space 44. No, that's lovely, Sir Camley. Nice one, mate, and thanks for the donation. Oh, we've got a little video, people. We've got a little video. We've got a video. Here we go. Jeremy nearly got it right. You made the effort, though, Gel. That's what it's all about. Hang on, we've got a little video. We've got a little teaser. We've got a teaser stroke trailer. It's only 2 minutes. This is exciting. This is a trailer for a video, a live stream that DOA and the bro who's in the chat today are going to be doing today. This is today, right, bro? Oh, fuck. I hope I haven't missed it. It's today, isn't it, bro? History, bro. History, bro. Tell me. Where is he? Look, just when I need him, he's gone off for a waz. Yes. Yes, Mick. A video on the internet. Bro, are you there? Oh, my God. Look at that. Mad Lizzie has been on the firm for so long, absolutely quoted the Sunday prescription. Yes. This is. What time, UK time, are people going to be able to tune into this? That's right, Nora. It is exactly that. Keep an eye out on... Hurry up, bro, and then I can play the trailer. What time today? UK time. Hello, Richard. 2 p.m. Wriggles saying. Yeah, this is tomorrow. Don't complicate it. At 2 p.m. today, you're going to be able to watch what the Bolsheviks did as Daughter of Albion and the Bro dig their deviant tendrils into the sod of history. Let's have a look at the trailer. Who makes a trailer? I mean, if that's not a sign of quality, I don't know what is. Don't worry, people. I've still got your entropys all racked up, all one of them. Right, here we go. Check it. Okay, now. I'm literally gobsmacked. Who does that? Incredible. That's going to be fantastic. I mean, what a combination of knowledge and pure seduction. Incredible. Obviously, the knowledge will be coming from Sarah and the pure seduction from the young man with the dictionary. That's going to be excellent. I mean, what a wonderful thing to do. I know it was a full-on shock face. It was like it from start to finish, even though I've already seen it times thrice. Yeah, that's going to be excellent. So I will certainly see you there. And as Zen Maverick points out, yeah, many of those images look strangely familiar, didn't they? Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think that's going to be incredible. And just imagine what it was like then. Just imagine what a thing to do. Those cheeky communists, you know. So yeah, 2:00 UK time today. That's a must see, of course. Fantastic. Hello, Jack Shadow, Tasia, Michelle. Cannot wait. John Palmer says that looks good. History, bro. This is part of history that needs to be told in detail. I'll be watching. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I did have another video, but I don't know what's happened to it. Weirdly, my YouTube history bro function doesn't work. They are, aren't they? The naughty little buggers. There they are, murdering by the million. So that will be very, very interesting, I'm sure. And excellent. Great. And I love it. I love a trailer like that. Who put that together? How can you not want to watch that? What a continent Europe is, though. In many ways, hang on a minute. Look at old Viking woman strolling up. Yes. Well, you know what, Viking woman, while I understand you might have wanted to go somewhere where the information's a little bit more in detailed and thorough, we've actually been talking about America daily for the last week. So, and with lots of optimism and hope as well. So it's been a shame that you haven't been here, because we're all over it. But I can understand, and my heart goes out to you and all of mine and all of our American brothers and sisters, because, yeah, without a doubt, dark days ahead. Dark days ahead. But it's already, I'm not gonna go on about this today, because I've been saying it all week. It's already a ridiculous corporate overreach, where a handful of billionaires being able to say who says what, when, and where, and it's already gone wrong. This is the incredible thing about this kind of soft revolution that's happened. It's already gone wrong. It's already sort of broken down into sort of a corporate-led almost sort of quasi-fascist corporatism, which isn't 3 words I'd ever thought I'd put together. I never thought I'd describe something as being quasi-corporate fascism. So it's going to be very interesting, and it's already the interesting thing about what's happening in the States regarding the Friday erection is it's already crumbling. They're already the actions of people who are trying to cover up their actions. If it wasn't for all this stuff regarding the media, if it wasn't for all this, you got to do this, mine's parlor's gone, or Trump calls the riot. I mean, forget the previous year's actual burning down of the country by other riots that were supported and promoted by the Democrats. History doesn't mean much to these people. Think what actually happened doesn't mean much to these people. So they're already trying to cover their asses. They're not even in power yet, and they're already trying to cover their asses. It doesn't bode well for them already, and I think they're going to have some victories, including this first one. But as I think it's fair to say, truth will prevail. It's just got to do it in good time. This is the issue, because you wouldn't be I mean, history shows us, weirdly, the Soviet example in particular, but also Mao's China, that these ideas can do significant, colossal, and sometimes irreversible damage to a nation's economy, to its military, to the heart of its people, relatively quickly. And so, while I think that the current power, and I am somewhat intentionally encrypting this rather than being specific, the current power is already crumbling. It's already in a state of panic. It's already overreaching. It's breaking laws that already exist. This has happened. And to be doing that 3 days, 4, 5, 6 days before you've even been inaugurated, ha 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 ha, because it's terrible. But anyway, this is a chill stream. Nigeria, me old mucker, says, who will bother to vote in the States again? No, you have to. You have to. Don't Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them. I beg thee not to let them do that to you, because you have to. Many things will be sorted out before the next election. Don't worry about that. No one's going to risk this again. In fairness, the old boy should have sorted it out before then, but I doubt he had time really. But no, please don't give away that. Right, a couple of donations. 1 second. Hans Worst. I put my old bones on the Snopes. Oops, Snopes. I'm fact checking your donation, Hans. I put my old bones on the slope snowboarding. You have a great day Sunday. You all have a great Sunday. What, you've already done it, or you're going to go, or you've done it today. You're out snowboarding. Good Lord. Well, take care, obviously. You don't want to get your old bones in hospital, but have a fantastic day and thanks for the donation. Margin Walker said this: is Baudrillard's simulation philosophy related to Schopenhauer's representation as opposed to will at all? I'm still undecided about whether I should start reading Baudrillard or not. Well, if I knew anything about Schopenhauer, apart from the fact that he had war aeroplane wallpaper in his bedroom, I'd be able to tell you. But what I can offer to you, and there's Chris's, here's my 2. Nice one, Chrissy. And thank you everyone for the donations. I don't know anything about Schopenhauer, I'm afraid. I mean, Derrida mentioned him a couple of times in passing, and I don't know. But what I can tell you about you reading Baudrillard, read Simulations. It's about that big and you'll fly through it. And then ignore everything else. And then if you want something sitting in your toilet that you can dig into, one of the most beautiful books ever written, and it is from Baudrillard, it's called Cool Memories. And it's just exquisite. But no, there's no point. Most of it's just nonsense. Most of it, it's pop. It's like pop thinking. Just like, wow, that's an interesting sentence. Thanks for your words. So that, I hope that would answer your question. Look at Moslab, look. I went on a helicopter pig shoot in Texas. Full auto, killed tons, and they were everywhere. I don't know what to think about that. Just, what do they do with the pigs? Do you eat them? Mick wants in to the Telegram group. Well, I can help you out there, Mr. King. Seeing as you're a high-ranking scrub and all that. Oh, it would appear that I've been. Oh, hang on, no, they were trying to get me to join something. Here you go. Oh, Mick, here's your link. Just search for that on Telegram or on just a browser. It's there. It's in the chat. Oh, Mr. Thyler, good morning to you. Day off work, my friend? I certainly hope so. Pagan says they cook them first. So they don't just abseil out of the helicopters and start gnawing at raw bacon, no? SB says to Mrs. Me in it what she thought was under the radar. Right, Missy Moo, if I do anything today, it's getting your sexy bum in our Telegram house. It's open now. And then look at that terrible typo. Look for t.me/Scruns Rising. You can't make this shit up. I mean, she's just brilliant. Joe Black has made another appearance. 2 days on the trot. Not much happens in here on a Sunday morning, Mr. Black. It's just a little hangout. It's just a little bit of a back and forth. No, I think it would, as much as I am carnivorous and have probably eaten more meat in the last year than I have in the last 30, I don't know about that. Like the idea of you sitting in a helicopter going, while the scream, the deafening sound of screaming pigs in your ears is, it's turning me a little bit. Yeah, who knows, Timmy? Who knows? Yeah, yes, Jess. She had one job. There you go, and even Mrs. Me in it is ripping the piss out of her. Bless you, sir. The problem I'm finding with this newly learned pig massacre, it's coming across a little bit like what they do to the whales out in the Faroe Islands when they send all the kids out into the water to massacre the new baby calves. It's just a sea of blood. Yeah. There you go, Ledden. Absolutely fantastic. And not that one, Am, but you allowed it. Where was the one that I wanted to see? Someone said something hilarious. There you go. Ledden was on it. Shrieky bacon. Menace. Super pigs, they are called. Just dropping that in there. No, this is all absolutely legit. Hello, spam lady. How are you, my love? Wonder what you've got to offer us on this fine day. I know I'm putting my bets. Lovely to see you. IP Freely, like he's speaking from physical experience and knowledge, says wild pigs are prolific reproducers. Well, most people are. Most pigs are. They have to take what they can get. Oh God, come on. Viking woman says this: pigs procreate like rats. They're out of control in the wild, even in Germany, and have killed people. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at killed people. There's something funny about you saying even in Germany. It's just hordes of pigs running through Bavaria and Krachtendefasten. There you go, John. We got there in the end. Are you on your Jack Jones over there, Rags? What's happening? No, internal lion. He wants to know how the fudger is. Legion, you said something interesting about America a while back, about the overreach, about the collapsing, and I forgot about it. Any chance you can remember? Dennis is continuing his slow but interesting history of piggery. They are berserker aggressive. Viking woman comes back to, well, yes, but getting killed by a pig and probably eaten. Yeah, it's traditional in England when you want to dispose of a body to chuck it over the fence of the local pig farm because they all crush the bones to make thy bread. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. And yeah, they're gone. That's gone. White Swan is actually getting hungry. I don't know if I want to eat a pig that's got two of Moslab's 50 cows in its belly. Imagine. Just to make things even better, Moslab says, need to shave the hair and pull the teeth first. Now, are you talking about when you go on the pig shoot, or are you talking about when when the pigs kill the Germans? Hang on, have I missed something here? Why has two people said that? What am I missing? Moslab says I'm not shaving a pig. No, I'm not going there. There's so much potential comments. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hello, mate. Oh, that would appear to be a different conversation. You have got a few over there. You looking after the place, Rags? And don't forget, if you have an Amazon Prime account, go and subscribe to me on Twitch. This is my latest grift. And when I'm barely on minimum wage for my glorious efforts on a Sunday morning. Thank you, Rags. Appropriate and respectful response. Hey! Sorry, I haven't. I nearly went with someone to drop the body, but at the last minute I thought, yeah, that's not really a drive along thing to do. When I'm sitting in Nick for 10 years, I'll be thinking, why did I bother with that? Hello, Nick. Hello, Chris. Hope you're well. Well, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Chris. Hope you're well. I've been suffering with agonizing back pain. I'm sorry. It's the worst. I've never had it, but when I withdraw, I have it. And I know how shocking it is, which kept me up all night. Anyway, I thought I'd give yoga a go this morning, and the pain has gone. And the pain has gone. There you go. I feel so relaxed too. Fantastic. I don't know if you've practiced yoga in the past, but with back pain, you've got to be really careful because any kind of stretching might screw you up. But maybe this is something you've done before, so you know what you're doing. But or maybe you've just done some breathing exercises. I don't know. But all that matters is that you are not in agony now. But what I would say is, because you're not in agony now, don't be all, hey, my back don't hurt anymore, because that might cause a flare up and then tonight you'll be in agony again. Still rest it. Still make sure you're sitting in a supported and rest position, you know, because there's obviously some kind of problems if you've got back pain. And so you don't want to be all like, hey, it's gone, because then it might be twice as bad later. So still look after yourself and still be mindful of your spine and your back in general. I know that is, I recognize that avatar anywhere. Lurking with family. Love everyone. Good to you, Browning. Barbecue today. I've got another bit of top blade for myself today. Oh yeah. And I made a cake yesterday, Dawn. I forgot to get the vanilla essence though and the icing sugar for the. Well, I wanted it to be like a creamed icing, and I got the butter and all the other stuff. So it was just a big old lump of old it's going for Natalie. Thank you, Dawn, for that donation. Danger, they are monetizing Telegram. You told me that yesterday, and I said to you, it's not a problem. It's good that they are. It's good that they are. They won't be charging for it. I've got to put the fan on. It's getting very hot here at the moment. I'm sure you all wanted to hear that. Oh, it's getting so hot here. But it will just mean that people can earn a few quid, which I think is a good thing. We've got a few people coming out of the woodwork here. Hello, Grego. And that's what I made, Viking Woman. Tell me how to make it, because that's what I made. I'll show you. Yeah, me too, Windy. It was good as well. I'll show you. I'm going to show you all again, because there was only about 100 people in here when I first. Now, hang on a minute, because what happened was it said put the oven on at 350, right? And I did. And then when I looked at it, it was already splitting, and it shouldn't have split at all. And I thought, why would it split? And I thought, too hot. And then I realized I'd set it. My thing was C, so I'd actually put it up to 350 C, so I had to turn it down. That's why there's like a fault in the roof. But look, that ain't bad, is it? I don't quite understand why it looks like the metal bars are going into it, because what's happening here? I'm just trying to get it so it focuses. Look at that. Oh, lovely. Very nice too. But it does need some creamy icing. It does. So I'll be getting that tonight. Hey, we're having a marzipan party. Nice to see you, Rise of the Right. Oh, I'm telling you what, it's fantastic. I'm going to go and cut a bit off and show you. Oh, yeah, I'll show you. Just so that you can get an idea of the beautiful texture and quality. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. That, Dennis, I think you say more about the ladies you've been with than my cake. You got to shave the heads off your victim and pull the teeth. Why is everyone saying this? Oh, God, they're quoting that silly cartoon about crime. Nice one, Little Bullet, for clearing that up. I was thinking, how come so many people in here know about how to prepare bodies for pig farmers? Look. Oh, hang on. Let me just tidy up that little unpleasant edge. Look. Not bad, eh? And now I'll give you an example of the texture. When I look at it. Oh. Now watch. When I pick that up, you'll see it there. Bending and wobbling. Look. Bending and wobbling. Look. Oh. Crumbly. Oh. Look at that, though. Oh. I'm just going to put it back in his pan. I've got a cake pan. I have to buy a cake pan as well. Not bad, eh? Great being a bloke. You can get to 48 years old without having a cake pan. But I think I will bring that cheeky little slither back here and enjoy it with my lava-like tea. Little Bullet, did I thank you for your donation? I certainly did. Leaden. Hang on. Teasing the diabetics in the audience. Wendy says, red velvet. It was meant to be. To be honest with you, it's a little bit... I don't think I put enough oil in it. And it lacks... It's my first bloody cake. It lacks that velvety texture you get with a red velvet. It's a bit more like red sponge. It's more like red sponge from the bath. It's not quite Nigella, I know. Bouncing a slither of sponge on the end of a knife and going bouncy and softy. Joe Black wants the telegram again. There you go. There you go. It'd be nice to see you. That's not an official Telegram group, Mr. Black. Well, it is actually. Sarah runs it. Sarah, I think, and Browning. No, it bloody wasn't a packet mix. Who said that? Yeah, it's more like red suede. Packet mix. Do I look like packet mix? Oh, I don't. Red parking. It weren't that stodgy. I don't like using packets for anything because what I want to do, I want someone to come round and me go, oh look, I've got a bit of flour, bit of butter, bit of this, bit of that. I'll make a cake. I don't want someone to come round and me go, oh, have I got any of this Just Add Water super cake mix? What I don't want is a friendship cake mix. Dr. Jimmy has correctly identified the somewhat aggressive nature of me offering people to sniff my cake. But look, if I can just give you another closer example of the delightful, look, can you see, look, it is soft though, look, it is, oh, it's bloody lovely. But like I say, I forgot to get the stuff for the icing. And I did have a look at a couple of bodges on the internet for icing, but the only one that I had all the stuff for was more like the kind of icing that you put on like a Belgian bun. And I thought, nah, that ain't the right icing for this. This needs that creamy stuff. And Viking Woman told me, and I've lost it now. Viking Woman, apologies, love. Can you tell me? Oh, no, I've got it. Right, here we go, people. Something you can all learn here. We've got 200 people over here. There's 8 of them in Twitch as well. It's actually really good. And I would suggest, I was inspired by the PA baking competition. I won't be entering it, but because my gas is going to run out soon, I'm trying to learn what to cook with the oven. Milk, flour, and sugar. Are you sure? This looks very interesting. Cooked into a custard, let cool, and then using a mix. Yeah, the mixer I've got's not actually a mixer. I've been blagging it a little bit. But it worked for the cake, so why not? Cream the butter. Oh, I know the old trick. Slowly, slowly, slowly. So actually, I did have yesterday what I would have needed to make that one. But hang on, but love, you haven't put any vanilla essence in there. Or don't you need to? Surely a bit of vanilla essence. Nice one, nice one. Excuse me. Willow Wookie wants to know, has anyone had red velvet cheesecake? I have not. Yeah, I think I'd prefer to. No, it's not. It's not. Pagan can't stop that cheesecake. This has been a cake-heavy stream, hasn't it? I mean, I did call it a chill stream. I'm sorry if people came here after my usual hardcore political rants. But come on, it's been an heavy week. Let's just chat. Well, we've done an hour, so if that's not what you want, yeah, I love it as well, Illuminatus. I absolutely made well. It's fucking brilliant. It's so good. Oh, excuse me. Philadelphia cheesecake. That doesn't appeal to me, I must admit. Oh, son of me likes the old lemon cheesecake. You know, since we've been talking cakes, we've lost 20 viewers. Honey cake is baking black belt. Never had it. Liam reckons cheesecake is foreplay. Moslab wouldn't eat cheesecake if he was starving. Hate the stuff. Windy Willow says lemon meringue, my favourite. And one day on my birthday, Windy made me a lemon meringue. But check this out. Check this out, people. There's some weird, new, amazing thing. So I had this really weird junkies party at my house, and I felt sorry for everyone who wasn't a junkie because everyone else was just a shit. But she brought me this amazing lemon meringue, but something had happened to the meringue, right? Listen, this is quite remarkable. Something had happened, and something in the sugar or whatever. We never really worked it out, did we, Windy? Something had happened to the sugar in the meringue, and it had all formed into like these perfect little spheres, and they were like all about like, you know, about 1 mil across. It looked like it had been doused in like tiny little sort of slightly orange spheres. And I remember saying to Windy about an hour after I'd gone, how did you make those weird little spheres? And fair play to her, she went, no, I don't know, that was an accident. Moslab has called it. Oh, but come on, man. Imagine taking cake out of life. Real men admire cake. You know, let's be honest. If you've seen how much the men in the chat have responded to cake, cakes are incredible. Smith W says, do Americans know about cake crumbification? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Smith W. I don't know about cake crumbification. Pete rarely eats cake. My mum used to make blackberry pie. We picked the berries. Oi, Pagan, did you go down the motorway? I mean, I know that might sound a bit weird, but I'm like a city kid. But we used to go down, not the motorway, but like those little roads with all the bushes by the sides of them. And we used to pick all the blackberries and redberries and all that lot down there. Nice day out. Pull up the old motor. Oh, I bet that was nice though. We used to grow rhubarb in our garden. My mother's rhubarb crumble. For someone who can't cook, she can cook that. Pete rarely eats cake. Well, I think that's a fair point. Cake's gonna get but it's got to be both. In fairness, for me, Thyla loves cake. Yeah, I know it's. I know I've made it a bit appetizing. Jones says my dad loved cake. His favourite food. Food. What's for dinner? Trifle. Yeah, my mum also makes a very good sherry trifle. Chocolate cake only with vanilla frosting. Yeah, I know my slab of sponge. Tech Roach says real men like cake and doilies. Well, cake and dolly birds, perhaps, but I don't want to read that out, Mouse Cat. It's made me feel a little bit squeamish about reality. Thank you, Alan, for that another donation there. I can't believe Moslab has just called me Swiss Chris. Look, mate, you brought cake into this in many ways. You were the one who mentioned putting the cake out in the rain, if I remember rightly. So if anyone's to blame... Yeah, gypsy tart all day long. Wait. See what I did there? Well, we have now just degenerated into cake. Glenn just wants some. Now, let me see. I think I had a video for us. I know I had the bro and daughter trailer, but I'm sure I had something else. You know what, people? Can I just say I was so impressed last night. I finished the evening stream. I had about 30 minutes off. And I worked for about 5 hours after the evening stream, which is, don't forget, it's near midnight here. Oh yeah, I found it. I found what I wanted to show you, and it could not be more appropriate on the back of what we're talking about. This is incredible. Don't worry, Moslab, it ain't cake. Let me just get it to the right bit. Hang on. And I've got a very good reason for showing you this, people. This isn't just to laugh at. I've got a reason for showing you this. So hold tight. This isn't me just being a nasty bastard. I promise you that. I'm going to show you about 2 minutes of footage. God. Mr. Bullet. Not the official verdict, but what do the Scrubs? Scrubs? What's happening with you rankers today? It weren't long ago that Sarah said Scrums. Is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit? It's neither. It's neither. It's a Jaffa. It's its own thing, isn't it? It's a standalone. It's a standalone confectionery. An SAC. I mean, you know, it's like trying to say is tea or is soup tea or coffee? It's a standalone confectionery, little bullet. Nice one for the donation, and you're getting your top cat. Don't say Jaffa, mate. There's a big difference in England between a Jaffa and a Jaffa cake. Come on, mate. Come on. Don't let them win. You're stronger than that. You got a couple of kids to drag through it. Come on, buck yourself up. Learn to bake cakes like the rest of us. And while I say that, I don't say that completely unaware that I haven't had to deal with it. So, you know, joking aside, I fucking feel for you, man. Of course. Right, are the votes in? We got there? Yeah, I thought that needed right, okay. Hang on a minute. Done that one. Right, we're good. Right, people. I'm going to show you a video. This isn't a piss take. There's a reason for me showing you this. We're back to 200. Look, we stopped talking about cake. Have a look at this. Reserve your judgment. Reserve your judgment, because I'm gonna turn this on its head and lose some friends. Check this out. This geezer weighs half a ton. Half a ton.
Down one wall of his house. Inside is a man who weighs half a ton.
Even as an obesity surgeon, I had never come across a human being that was still breathing that was anything like his size.
Patrick Dewell weighs as much as 5 baby elephants. The weight bearing down on his vital organs is killing him.
When he rolled to his back, he could not breathe because the weight would prevent his lungs from expanding and contracting.
He was literally being crushed by this huge mound of his weight, and you could not explain that to people, even in words. You really had to see it.
As doctors struggle to save the world's heaviest man, scientists are searching for answers. Why is it that for some people like Patrick...
When I watched that last night, my first thought was, how the fuck do you get in that position? At what point do you say, look what I'm doing to myself? And I was full of judgment, full of fucking hell, that, you know, that's so lost. And then I just thought to myself, whoa. Steady on, Mr. Dangerfield. Spent more than half of his adult life sticking needles in my hole in my groin. Steady on, Mr. Dangerfield, who used to wake up in the morning and wash down a handful of Valium with a can of Super Tenants so that he could cope with the reality of getting a train to score some heroin so that he could get through the rest of the day. Steady on, Mr. Dangerfield, who used to, who was chased around the country because he couldn't stop smoking the 100 grams worth of crack he was meant to be selling. And I just suddenly thought, the only difference between that geezer and me was my addiction was drugs, and his what happened to be food. And all the negative consequences of my using, they're kind of in the past. They might catch up with me in the future, but they're not so visible. And yet I've got friends who've done 15, 20, 30 years in prison because they couldn't stop taking drugs. I've got friends who've I've got friends who scoot around on a wheelchair because they've only got one fucking leg because they couldn't stop taking drugs. And that's the only real difference. And I thought, not only are you in no position to judge him, Mr. Dangerfield, in many ways you're the same. And it really made me think, because out of all the people, who am I? Who am I to question someone who can't stop doing something? Someone who done this for so long. My mother used to cry herself to sleep for 20 years. You know when your kids go missing for one night, one fucking night, your kids go missing and you're terrified and you're ringing up all their friends. My mother went through that for 20 years. 20 years. I didn't care about that. I was too busy. I was too busy feeding my addiction. And we've got enough people here. There's enough people here who've had drug problems, who've spent years abusing themselves, abusing their friends, abusing their families, neglecting their children, getting sick, going to the doctor and the doctor saying, you're going to be dead if you carry on. How many times do you reckon I've had doctors say that to me? You just keep going. You just keep going. I'm not excusing it. Quite the opposite. I'm actually trying to take some responsibility for it. But it was amazing. It was amazing how even me that knows very well what it's like to keep using something when the damage you're doing to yourself and others is, clear as day. But it was quite an interesting little sort of stroke of reality when I realised I had to actively process those thoughts and why it didn't just come naturally to me. Mr. Black, I would shoot a bunch of pigs. Yeah, that's a really weird conversation to be having now. I'm guessing you're watching the beginning of the stream. You couldn't have timed that worse. Like a scene from Apocalypse Now. Pigs help our thyroid somehow. New crib? Yeah, this is a new drum. Yeah, I used to live upstairs, Joe, but I moved into this one because all the prices went down when the coof didn't come to town. So, no, nice one, Mr. Black. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, that's what I think it is. That's actually what I think it is. Yeah. People are saying he must have a feeder. No, I think it's all through tubes at this stage. The geezer can't breathe because of the weight on his lungs. But this isn't the point. I think the point is that, yes, Tony, I saw that. Absolutely saw that one. To get to hospital, they had to bring him out on a crane. But my point is, and I'm trying to be serious about this because it is important. I was amazed at myself that I've lived that life. I know exactly what that continuing to do something that is destroying you and causing pain to those around you. I know that probably more than I know anything. That's my experience of life. And it's still a daily struggle. This isn't something in the past. This is, I'm continually having to actively moderate anything and everything I do. There's a reason I sleep for 4 hours a night, because as soon as I turn over in the night and I get a whiff of consciousness, I'm like, I want to do loads of things. I need to do things. I need things. I need to consume or produce. Quick, go. That's not healthy. It's quite the opposite. It's unhealthy. And that was my point. Mr. Thyler correctly says, judge noi lest ye be judged. Judge not lest ye be judged. Well, exactly what I need to know. It's a peculiar thing, though, eh? Westo says it happens more often than you think. There are several patients in my area that if we had to take them in, we'd need a fire service to take the window out. Well, and why would that be a surprise to me? Because as we all know on this channel, that our people are riddled with addiction. Our people are riddled with compulsive obsessive behaviors. Absolutely riddled. Alcohol and eating probably being quite high at the top. And they're things that are readily available, which would probably explain why they're quite high at the top. No, absolutely, Mick. I fully agree with you. Yeah, I fully agree. It's a choice, but this. Oh, by the way, people, announcement, really important and kind of sad, but my now good friend and hero, Jeffrey Sharla. Well, without going into the details, because it's not my place to say, he'll probably tell you himself when he comes on here, which I'm hoping to get him on again. Jeffrey's really sick. Jeffrey has got some kind of leukemia, which is heartbreaking. But he's very confident. He's very hopeful. He's having chemotherapy. He's as good as gold. He's the same bloke that he was when I got to know him last year. But I wanted to get him on. I wanted to get him on again because I really want to go down this. Psychiatry route with him. We talked to him about. Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm assuming someone put a J in the chat for Jeffrey or something. He's very optimistic because he always is. Dennis, that geezer I got on who wrote the book Addiction is a Choice, the man who spent the last 20 years of his professional game ripping into psychiatry. It was a fantastic stream. He just tore the whole disease model of addiction to pieces. I want to get him on to talk about psychiatry because yesterday, and we've got another clip. We have got another clip. I want to show you something else. Hang on. Right, I want to show you a little bit of this. What bit we watch isn't that important, although there's quite a good bit when they're talking to the headmaster. Right, give me a couple of seconds. See if I can find the right bit. Unlikely that I can. If I can't find the right bit, hang on. Right, so yesterday I watched a documentary about this kid who is a maths genius, right? He's a maths genius. He's 13 years old and he's a maths genius. This will be getting back to Jeffrey Sharla because I want to talk to him about this because this kid, right? This kid is on the Asperger's spectrum, right? This kid is on the Asperger's spectrum. Now, when you're watching this, have a little think about what that means. What does it mean to be on the Asperger's spectrum? What does it mean to be autistic? I know they're not the same thing. I'm asking you to consider both of them. Have a look at a bit of this. All right, this is just a random clip because I can't actually find the one I wanted to, and we'll be sitting around here for hours while I try and find it. Let me see. Right, yeah, I'll check this out. Watch a bit of this and think about Asperger's and think about autism. And if you know Sharla's ideas, you'll probably know where I'm going to go with this.
It is Asperger's syndrome.
A type of autism that can occasionally combine great...
Hang on, I'm just going to go back so that you can hear, because this is the ideal bit to hear.
A
Hang
type
on.
of autism.
Ah, come on. Come on, Danger. Right, here we go.
Cameron's mum and dad suspect that his problem with explaining things is linked to his Asperger's syndrome, a type of autism that can occasionally combine great mental prowess with communication problems.
Just a few little sound machine.
Cameron sees these quadratic equations and things I don't even know the names for, and he just sees the answer at the end. And his main problem is giving logical reasons, steps for why that's the answer, because sometimes I don't think he even necessarily knows, it just is.
Apparently a lot of people with Asperger's are really intelligent, high achievers. People like Einstein and Newton. Suddenly they were supposed Asperger's.
I was horrified by this documentary. Absolutely horrified. It's called The Boy, the 13-year-old maths genius. And he isn't. He's not a maths genius. And it's quite interesting in this documentary because he wants to go to Cambridge because he absolutely smashed. Excellent, Mick. Excellent. He absolutely smashed his GCSEs, which the intelligent maths kids tend to do. All of them. He absolutely smashed his A-levels, which are so, that doesn't require thinking. You learn how to do it, and then they give you the questions to stuff you've already learned. And if you bother to learn what to do, you'll get your A, which is what he gets. He gets an A in his A-level maths at 13. Ooh. But they cast him as a genius, and they keep telling him that. There's a film crew in his house, and he's a maths genius. And then he applies for Cambridge. And the Cambridge lecturer goes to him, you've got 1,000 coins laid down. And you turn over every other coin. So they're all heads to start off with. Turn over every other coin. So now you've got heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. Then you turn over every third coin. And then the Cambridge bloke goes to him, what coins are heads? And the kid goes, it's all the prime numbers. It's all the prime numbers. And the Cambridge bloke goes, is it? And then you can see the kid going, I cannot actually process thought, cannot think new things. It turns out it's not. It turns out it's a square. I don't know. I'm shit at maths. Point being, he doesn't get into Cambridge because he's not a maths genius. And it's cope. This is a lie. They're lying to their child because he's a bit different, and that's all he is. He's just a bit different. And you know what? Most kids are a bit different when you get to know them. You put kids in a group, they tend to regulate their behavior. This is basic group dynamics. You put a load of kids in a group, they tend to regulate their behavior. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't have their own personalities, but you need to do different things to function in a group. You can't be all this or all that or all this. You can't be like you are when you're in your family or when you're with your best friend. You have to be different in a group. And this idea that this kid is got Asperger's, which is another made-up illness, there's nothing in the body. If he dies, you can't go into his body and go, there's the Asperger's. Doesn't exist. This is another psychiatric nonsense from the DSM. And remember what Jeff Sharla said. When psychiatry, the amazing world of psychiatry was invented, they had to invent their own book of illnesses because real medicine wouldn't have them. Real medicine would not have them. Because when they came to the real doctors and said, well, we've got ADHD, we've got Asperger's, we've got autism, and they were like, well, how do you identify those things? And the psychiatrists, they said, well, it's their behavior. Oh, so you're saying that these kids behave differently to other kids? And then they're like, yeah, that's right. But what, more than one's got it? Oh, you're saying that 3% of the population have got it. So when you're saying they behave different to other kids, you mean they behave differently to some other kids? Because if you put 50 kids with Asperger's in a room and one of them didn't have Asperger's, who's the odd one out now? What's normal now? Why are all those other kids walking around in their own worlds going, it's quite 7, 8, 9, 10. I like Doctor Who. I remember the attack with the Cybermen in 1975. And there's one of them in the corner sitting down going, cool. I really fancy that bird in year 4. He's the weirdo now. Now he's got something. So those autistic kids, they should make a book. They should make a book of all the mental kids, which include that bloke over there. He hasn't got Asperger's. What? Who hasn't got Asperger's? We all have. It's an absolute bullshit. And this is where it gets really dangerous. And this is why Jeff Sharla gets into all this stuff. Because these designations of behavior, people, these designations on behavior, when the person making the diagnosis, and please just take this in, when the person making the diagnosis has got more power than the diagnosee, for lack of a better word, that's weaponized. That is weaponized. And here's the problem. Another problem. I can remember growing up in the 70s and 80s. No kids at my school had ADHD because it didn't exist. I don't remember any autistic or Asperger's kids at my school. There were kids who today would be labelled that. I would have been labelled ADHD immediately. When I was 5 years old, I would have been labelled ADHD. I would have been told I was sick. I would have been drugged up to shut me up. And there were kids in my class who blatantly behaved like these kids who've got this syndrome, this Asperger's syndrome, this thing that has nothing in the bodies. Yeah, but Sally, even learning difficulties, we've all got some learning difficulties. We're not all Einstein, are we? And my point is, I'm not saying people aren't different. That's exactly what I am saying. Everyone is different. And here's the problem. So now in 2020, this medical power, when we talk about big pharma, don't forget the big power of psychiatry. This power that has weaponized its ability to diagnose behaviors that dare bias somewhat from the middle ground. Oh, that's ADHD, that child. And it's always the children that get diagnosed. It's always get them early. Get those deviants early. Get those dissidents early. Well, he's got this, and then 5%, 1 in 50's got autism, 1 in 40's got Asperger's, 1 in 20's got ADHD. In another 5 years' time, 1 in 30's depressed, 1 in 20's got this, 1 in 15. Soon there's no one left. And then we're all mental. We're all mental. This is the logical conclusion of modern psychiatry. We all end up mental. And it's already started because, as you all know, because you've seen, people already put this stuff in their biography on their social media. Jane Superstar 488 blue check mark. Bipolar, depressed, autistic. The people are wearing this stuff like a badge now. And let's not forget that this is an industry. This is a place where people earn money. This is a place where people diagnose people and then say, you really want to give them some drugs. You really want to make this kid more normal. You really want to straighten him out a bit. It might compromise his above average maths ability. It might, shut him out from the world a bit. You'll cure his pain. You might somewhat trim his joy as well. Oh, but he'll be treated. He'll be a fucking Clockwork Orange. He'll be another useless lump of flesh, a docile body. And while they're getting rich on the back of this, largely working class people are having their kids diagnosed as mentally ill. And it's a fucking tragedy. And there's so many angles to it. That poor kid in that documentary, he's not a maths genius. He's not. He's very good at maths. He's not a genius. There's no real such thing anyway. It's, how you meant to measure it. And they just want him to be a maths genius because it helps him balance the fact that he's behaviourally very different from the majority of other kids. But that's all right. So was I. I still fucking am. And it's just this is a disaster for society. And I tell you what, you don't get a lot of psychiatry in Cambodia. You don't get a lot of psychiatry in Vietnam. This stuff ain't happening outside of, places of European descent. This is an absolute attack on our people. This is another concrete example of actual social mechanics of how they're screwing us. It's a lie. It's a bullshit. It's power-based. It's weaponized, and it's dangerous. And on that exciting note, let me just check my entropy. No, got that one. We are all good. Well, we've had a good stream. I apologize it went there at the end. It was meant to be a chill stream, but I beg you to think about all that autism, all that Asperger's, that ADHD. Really dangerous stuff. Excuse me. Little tea and cake burp at the end. The cherry on the cake. Right, people. I will be streaming at 3:00 this afternoon UK time. It's been lovely to have 212 people in. Nice one, Mark. So did I. I will look into that, but that doesn't actually change anything I've said, but I'll certainly look into it. I certainly will. People, I will see you at Tech Roach. Anyone can disagree with me at any point. It's not a problem. Just, how it works around here. Just be respectful. Oh, look at that. A couple of late flurries. Nice one, Mr. King. Nice one, Mr. Buster Brook. I shared his channel on my Telegram, people. Go and give him some support. Loads of videos. Very interesting bloke. Thank you. Anxiety is the new bad bag. It's a great point. No, they don't do that. You're confusing them with America. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Moslab, for moderating the stream. Thank you, everyone who engaged in the chat. Thank you, everyone who turned up. Thank you, everyone who donated. And I will see you at 3:00 UK time today. Might be, hang on a minute. Hang on. It might be a bit later because I don't know how long Daughter of Albion and the Bros is going to go on for. It'll probably be after them. So I'll say, I'll talk to one of them and find out so that we don't cross over, because that'll be a shame and not good for either of us. Nice one, people. Take care. See you later. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man. All the world loves the lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in man.
Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday, people. We've had an absolute cracker this morning. I'll find out later, probably be at 4 o'clock then. That gives those fuckers 2 hours. But check that stream out because it's going to be amazing. And I will see you later. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man.
Top Cat asked what History Bro's channel was. It's History Bro. Just search History Bro in YouTube. See you later, people. Go on, get down your own end, you autistic bunch.